Oh hey, I've started to realize that this spot is not a great campsite now that I'm trying it out, for a few different reasons. This week, we're going to be talking about what does make a good campsite. This is a nice open spot where it'd be easy to pitch a tent, but it's still not the best camping spot. For one thing, it's the lowest spot around here, so it attracts a lot of bugs at night, and if it rains, you'd end up in a puddle. Also, if there is some kind of lightning storm, you don't want your tent poles to be the tallest thing around, just to lower your risk of having them hit by lightning.
So this also could look like a very good spot to set up your tent. You have some clear ground, there's no dead limbs, a lot of shade. But the one thing that I notice is that it's kind of uneven and going downhill, which means that when rain falls, water's most likely going to run down here where you're tenting. But if you had to sleep here, I would make sure that my head is at the higher part of the hill and my feet are down below. But it's just a little more comfortable to sleep on flat ground. So we're going to look to the next spot.
Even though it can be nice to have some trees near where you camp, you also don't want to set up camp right under them because they can attract lightning if there's a storm as well. Also, you want to make extra sure that you don't camp right underneath any broken branches or dead limbs that have a higher risk of falling. If you see a path from wildlife running through the area you are thinking of camping, or if there's really obvious evidence that animals have homes near there, you want to make sure you leave some distance between your campsite and the animals' homes so that you and the animals don't get uncomfortable.
So this, again, looks like a good spot. I did all the checks. We have flat ground on a high spot, so that means water's not gonna come towards me. There's no dead limbs or anything that could fall on me or my tent. And there's a little bit of sticks, but with a little bit of cleaning up. This is ideally the camp spot that I would pick and probably set up my tent around here.
Finding a spot to rest and recharge is a really important part of any trip, even though it can make it feel like you're not making any forward progress. In Hebrews 12:1, it says, "Let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us." But sometimes this spiritual race can feel a little bit more like a long hike. It's important to find ways to spiritually rest and recharge as well. My friends are going to tell you some of the ways that they spiritually rest and recharge.
Hello, my name is Jamal. Last year was my first year on staff, but I had been attending camp for about 8 years before that. I understand that the times that we are going through are tough and challenging, but we must persevere through it anyway. It is important to take time to rest and recharge physically and spiritually. I love music and I often find myself playing my guitar or sitting down and playing my piano. I like to play old contemporary songs and new ones that have just come out, but this is my way of reconnecting spiritually. Remember to take time to reconnect spiritually and find the way that is best for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Barnelli Dubé, and I served on Manadoka's 2019 Summer Staff. Today, I want to talk about the perseverance it takes to rest. In about the 1870s, there was a Quaker named John Greenleaf Whitaker, and he wrote this poem entitled The Brewing of Soma. And this is my favorite part. It says, "Drop thy still dews of quietness till all our striving cease. Take from our souls the strain and stress, and let our ordered lives confess the beauty of thy peace." Perseverance, by definition, means to keep on going in the face of a challenge or something difficult. Even though this is a phenomenal quality to have, we are not the energized bunnies that we think. A lot of the time, we think of rest as what happens afterward, when in reality, it's what we have to do to get the work done. Choosing to rest in the midst of a busy world is an act of perseverance. Personally, when I'm looking for quiet times and looking for a chance for God to talk to me more clearly, I disconnect from all my devices, put a candle on, and sit in silence. Have a wonderful day, guys!
My challenge to you this week is to find a spot where you can rest and recharge. Maybe you can use some of the tips from this video to find a good spot outside your house, like in your backyard. Or maybe you can find a quiet spot in your room where you can escape from the rest of your family just for a little while. Whatever it is, remember that a good camping spot is safe, protected, and comfortable. So you should find an area where you feel safe, protected, and comfortable for you to be able to recharge. Don't forget, we want to see your answers to our challenges. So make sure you send a photo or a video of your camp spot to the email on the screen. See you next week.